One of the neatest things about living here is that it's like the village, it's like a village, that everyone takes care of each other. It's a community.
More and more people long for that sense of community, knowing their neighbors.
Both my parents immigrated here from Holland. And in Holland, it's pedestrians and bicycles are just a major form of transportation there. And that's what I envisioned for this.
A cute little European village.
Everybody knows everybody.
And what we found in our surveys, which we do every single year, are people who are feeling isolated, particularly their children. But in the Highlands, they took that into account. So you have a series of neighborhoods that form a larger community. It's extraordinary.
Being able to walk down the street and say, "Good morning, Bob. Hi, Mary. How's the little baby today?" And, "Oh, isn't he getting big?"
The first thing you notice about Issaquah Highlands is the streets are smaller. The houses have a very particular design that draws you to central areas where you get a chance to meet your neighbors, and that happened immediately. I pulled up in our car and was immediately greeted by someone who asked how they could help.
You could just tell it was a real neighborhood. When we were looking at the house, people were walking by with their dogs and their strollers, and that's what I want for us. That's what I want for our kids.
We were in our house for only 10 minutes, and our neighbors across the alley came over and presented us with a big bottle of wine and welcomed us with open arms. And then our friends across the street came over with warm cookies hot off the oven, saying, "Welcome to the community." I've never experienced that ever.
You can't emphasize too strongly that an urban village is just more than architecture.
It's the people.
It means community. It means that I will know my neighbors, not just necessarily the people next door to me, but I'll know people in the neighborhood.
There is a pattern that's emerging all over the country. There are architects that have decided that it's time to go back to the way we used to live.
A lot of people say, well, you either have to put everybody in high-rises in Seattle or you're going to sprawl all the way up to the Cascades. Well, there is a third way, and the third way is to do compact urban villages that attract people, cluster them in a way that protects the environment, minimizes the use of the automobile, and really enhances their quality of life.
It's a combination of having a village and then the wild areas right around it. So you can go from your home and just down a short way into a setting like this.
We can walk for 5 minutes and be in the woods, not 100 yards from houses, and feel as if we're in the wilderness.
I think it'll be great once we have kids, with the parks and, built-in babysitters with the older kids.
We're due in August, and we're really excited to be having a kiddo in this neighborhood. There's lots of opportunities to meet people that have young children as well. There's Mommy and Me group. They have story time and craft times for all the kids.
I think it's neat for kids to grow up in that environment.
And I think that the multi-generational aspect of this neighborhood is great too, because our children have made friends with people of all ages and get all kinds of different stories and experiences.
What I found out here in Issaquah Highlands is that it's a very, very diverse neighborhood. You meet people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities.
It's like living in a mini United Nations. It's very exciting.
Diversity is probably the biggest thing in an urban village.
One of the big problems in the past 10 years in this area has been traffic because of the difficulty of getting on I-90.
I work for the State Department of Transportation as a transportation planner, and this is another reason why we moved here, is because of the Sunset Interchange. We're so excited that it's opened, because it takes me only about 3 to 4 minutes to get to I-90, when otherwise it could take up to 40 minutes.
It's been very carefully planned.
We have a very strong feeling that we have something really special here, and it's very important that we protect it as we get larger and grow.
If they put as much care into the community that they are now going to reside in, that reflected as much care and concern as the people who developed it, it'll be as near perfect a community as you're ever going to see.